Hey guys, today I am doing a video on my favorite fake tan products. So I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite tans. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, show you some other products, some quick fix products, things that can help you if you have any tan mishaps and just stuff like that. So if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then please keep watching. So just assuming that you're starting off with clean skin, no fake tan to remove, you're just starting off with a nice fresh base, I think one of the best things you can do is give your skin a full body exfoliation, and one of my favorite things to use is a sugar or a salt scrub. I like the Soap & Glory Flake Away. This is the one that I'm using right now. I also really like the Soap & Glory Breakfast Scrub. I really like the Soap & Glory body scrubs. I think that they're the best. When you're using the scrub, you want to pay extra attention to your hands, elbows, knees, and feet, just because I think that those are the areas where the skin can be kind of tricky, and you want to make sure that you get all of the dry skin off of those. Then you're going to want to use a really nice moisturizing body lotion. You can use a body butter if that's what you prefer, but my favorite body lotion is the Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant. It's the one in the brown bottle. I've been using that lotion exclusively for pretty much 2 years. I still use body butters, but that Vaseline body lotion has just been my favorite for the past 2 years. I think it's the best. I don't have it with me right now, but I will directly link it in the description box for you guys so that you can check it out if you're interested. I recommend doing the exfoliation and putting on your body lotion at least 1 hour before you do your fake tan, just because you don't want to put the lotion on right before your fake tan. Otherwise it can be patchy and it's just not going to be even coverage. So I would say minimum of 1 hour before, but I like to do 2 hours or sometimes even longer, just so that my skin can really soak in the lotion. So once you've let your lotion sink in for at least an hour, I really think you should let it sink in for at least an hour. Then I apply my fake tan and I go to bed. I always do my tans before I go to sleep. I'm not comfortable wearing a guide out during the day or wearing a developing tan out during the day. I just think there's too many things that can make it go wrong, because you're supposed to avoid sweating, you're supposed to avoid contact with water. There's just a lot of things that could go wrong, and you're going to be wearing clothes. It's going to cause, lines in your tan. When you go to sleep, you can wear something nice and loose, and you can just sleep while your tan develops, because you need to let it develop for at least 7 to 8 hours anyway. So I just personally find the most convenient time to tan while I'm sleeping. When you're applying your tan, I think hands down the best application tool is a mitt. My favorite one is from Vita Liberata. I like these because the inside of the application side has a plastic coating, so you don't even have to wear gloves. Sometimes I will wear gloves, because when mine start getting old, they start getting holes along the edge here, and tan can kind of get in there and then stain your fingertips. So once they start getting older, I will start wearing gloves underneath them. But the mitt is really how you get a nice flawless application. It makes blending so much easier. It makes it so that you don't have any harsh lines on your wrists, on your feet. It just really blends out the product seamlessly, and depending on your preference, you can either apply the tan directly to your body or you can apply it directly to the mitt and then blend it out. It's just all personal preference, and I think you can play around with different tans, because some tans I like to spray directly onto my body and some tans I like to spray directly onto the mitt. But yeah, hands down, Vita Liberata mitt is the #1 that I recommend. So my #1 favorite tan is the Fake Bake Flawless Darker. I recommend this to all of my friends. I recommend this to girls that I just casually make acquaintances with, and if we somehow get onto the topic of fake tan, I'm like, this is the one that you need to try, because it's the best. This is my 3rd bottle of this, and this one is actually almost gone. I literally have no cons for this fake tan. I think that it is the most natural looking tan. I love the way it fades off the body without getting patchy. It's the tan that I'm wearing on my body right now. I use this on my face and it does not break me out. There's no con to this tan. This is the darkest tan that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video, and I have worn 3 layers of this. I wouldn't go any darker than 3 layers because that's really dark, but I've worn 3 layers of this and it still doesn't get orange. A problem with a lot of self tans is that the more you layer them, it's kind of like the more orange you get, but with this one, I don't have any problems with that. So what I do with this one is I spray this directly onto my mitt. I do about 5 pumps, and then I will just rub it all over my body. And a bottle of this typically lasts me about 4 months. The last previous bottle that I had only lasted me 3 months, but that was because I was regularly staying fake tanned. And yeah, absolutely love this stuff. Can't praise this stuff enough. It's the best. My next favorite tans are from Vita Liberata. This one I like a little bit better. It is their Vita Liberata Phenomenal Dark Tan Mousse, and then I also really like their Moisture Lock Tan, and this is in the shade Medium. So I'll talk about the mousse first. You shake it up, and then I apply it we'll squirt it out into the mitt, and you get kind of like a puff of the tan, and then I apply that all over my body. This one has no scent. Oh, I should tell you guys, this one smells like pina coladas, Mai Tai, coconuts. I mean, it smells like a tropical vacation, and then you wake up the next morning and you don't even smell the DHA. I smell the DHA in my armpits, but nowhere else on my body. Like, this stuff, so amazing. There's no flaws to this tan. For me, personally, I have no flaws to that tan. But anyway, back to the Vita Liberata. This one has a faint scent of something that I can't name. It smells kind of like cinnamon or something, I don't know. But the DHA scent in the morning, still not strong. You can just barely smell it. I smell it in my armpits. The guide on this one is a little bit streaky, but then when you rinse the guide off in the morning, your tan isn't streaky. So I can see this being a little bit alarming to people who are just using this for the first time. You might think your tan's gonna be streaky, but it's really not streaky at all. I've used this on my face and I don't have a problem with it. This one though, the more you layer it, it gets a little bit more and more orange. Your first 2 applications or your first 2 layers, they're not going to be orange, but I would say I wouldn't do more than 2, because even 2, when you go out in the sunlight, it can look a little bit orange. So I like to stick to just 1 application of this. It usually lasts me about 3 days before it starts fading though. And this is so unorganized, but the Fake Bake Flawless, this looks amazing on me for 5 to 6 days, and then it starts fading off. The Vita Liberata one, I would say this fades off a little bit patchy, but the Vita Liberata Moisture Lock one, this is a lotion, so I just apply this directly to my skin, and it's kind of a dark brown gooey texture. It's like a jelly lotion hybrid, and so I just squirt it all over my body, and then I take my mitt and then I rub it in, but I don't squirt this one into the mitt. This one is in the color Medium, and I find this to be darker than the mousse. I especially like to use this one when my skin is a little bit more dry, and this one is also really nice for the face because it does have moisture lock, so it's a little bit more moisturizing and doesn't dry you out as much. I find this one to last about 4 days on me before it starts getting patchy, and then I don't like to layer this one though. This is just a good 4-day tan and then scrub off, start off with a new tan. I don't find that this layers very well, or it can get kind of, it's not necessarily patchy because you don't lose tan in certain areas. It's just certain areas develop a lot darker than other areas. So this is good for just 1 application, wear it for 4 days, and then rinse it off. My last favorite fake tan is the Bare Minerals Faux Tan Body. This is another moisturizer tan, but this one I would say is more of a lotion consistency. So I do the same thing as I do with the Vita Liberata one. I just squirt this directly onto my body and then buff it out with a mitt. This one has a very nice, strong olive undertone, and I highly recommend this to those of you that are more on the fair side because this is going to give you the most natural looking tan, and this is preferable for me, especially when I get really fair throughout the winter and fall months. This one is also really face friendly. I use all my fake tans on my face unless they break me out, but I pretty much always put my fake tan on my face just because I don't like having a brown body and a white face. I just don't like that. I don't wear makeup every day, and I don't want to have to color correct my face to match my body and put foundation on. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to have to deal with that. I'd rather just be all one color. So I do put this on my face and I'm comfortable with it. This is not a deep dark color though. This is more of a natural healthy glow. This is just going to give you the illusion like you've been playing in the sun for a day. So you go about a shade to half a shade darker. This one lasts about 4 days on me, and it does layer really well. I've worn 2 layers of this before, and you go, again, about half a shade darker every time you layer up on this stuff. But I really absolutely love this, and it's a really pretty tan all around. Alright, so I told you guys that I like to tan my body and my face just because I don't like having a white face and a brown body. But you wash your face every day. I mean, you wash your face sometimes 2-3 times a day. You exfoliate your face. The fake tan on your face is going to inevitably fade faster than the fake tan on your body. Sometimes I don't remember to fake tan my face before I go to bed, and I wake up and I'm like, crap. But this saves the day. This is the Lorac Face Self Tantalizer. This is supposed to be a gradual tan for your face. However, I don't find this to have any lasting effects after I wash it off, but it's a good instant bronzing. So if you don't want to wear makeup for the day, but you don't want to have a white face and a brown body, I just do a couple drops of this and it bronzes up your face. It's also nice to wear underneath makeup. I recommend just using a drop on each of the quadrants of your face and then blending it out with a brush or a sponge, and then not wearing makeup or applying makeup on top of it. And my last quick fix product is the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs. This stuff is amazing, and it's such an easy, quick fix for all of your fake tan mishaps. So let's say you fake tan your body and then you notice that you have patchiness on your legs. A lot of times what I do is I don't pay attention while I'm tanning, and I tan the front of my legs a lot darker than the back of my legs, or I'll forget a spot on my calf or whatever. I'll just mess up on the legs a little bit, and this is a great fix because you just spray this into the palm of your hands, rub it in, and then it's essentially makeup for your legs. It's really great for covering up bruises on your legs, and if your fake tan is starting to get patchy but you didn't have time to scrub it off, then just take this, put this all over. It'll even out your legs. Same thing for your arms. If your fake tan is getting patchy, like a lot of times it'll get patchy in this area, the tops of your arms, your elbows, your chest, wherever. You just take this stuff, spray it into your hands, blend it into your skin, and the stuff is pretty much locked and loaded. I've only had it rub off one time, and that was a super hot day and my legs were really sweaty and it rubbed off onto my shoes. But other than that, I don't have a problem with it transferring onto clothes, and if it has transferred onto clothes, it's washed out really easily. Alright guys, so that's everything. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you still have any questions, then feel free to leave them down below and I will get back to you. But also leave some comments down below just so that we can talk to each other, the usual. Please come follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'll have those directly linked down below, and I will try to get all of the products mentioned in this video directly linked down below for you guys as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.